Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be looking into the charts for Bitcoin and discuss about some very interesting news that is going to impact the price of Bitcoin a lot. But right now I'm actually on the run because I'm going to be attending the Moon Show in just like 15 minutes. So this video will be uploaded after the Moon Show. But yeah, on the run, gotta get out of here and make it to the Moon Show. But see you guys very soon. I just wrapped up the Moon Show with the legend here.
Hey
Mr.
guys,
M
happy
and
to be on the
Carl.
channel for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. So guys, make sure to follow Mr. M Podcast. He just rebranded, by the way. But without further ado, let's jump into the Bitcoin price and the news. Finally, guys, we can get on with Bitcoin. And now we're going to talk about the short-term chart where important signals are flashing, the long-term chart, the traditional markets, the dollar value. We have the federal funds rate. We have, I believe this is the CPI, this is the inflation rate, the core inflation rate, US national debt, and a bunch more other things. But guys, finally, I have the campaigns on the right-hand section, bottom right section for you guys so that you can see which campaigns we're running with Bitflex and Bybit. In fact, if you deposit 50 USDT using this link right over here and sign up to Bitflex and make at least one trade on their derivatives platform, you can actually get a chance to winning 1,000 USDT. The parameters are in the description below. And on top of that, if you sign up to Bybit, you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus. And on top, the first 20 people that sign up, if you deposit 100, you're going to get 20 USDT for free. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, is not so amazing. And should we worry? Should we worry? Should we panic? Guys, I have one solution for you. So I'm going to play this right over here. So hold on. No. We gotta play the beginning of the song. Hold on. The beginning is sideways now. Yes, it's it's a bit of a sad time for Bitcoin. I think I failed that completely. But yeah, we are trading at $26,700. We did dump below, I think further down from the previous video where we discussed that we could go further down and that this moving average is a very big hope for us to, hold. And if things go south, then we would come here. And look, the reason why things are bad is because the way that the parallel channel works, which is something clearly that we're forming, we do have something with the moving average, which I will show in just a second too. But just with this parallel channel, see, think of the parallel channel as the support and resistance is two crackers. The more that the price hits it, the more that it's actually going to get weaker. So the more that we hit it, it's going to become weaker. And what happens is, with buyers, right? With buyers and sellers, the more time we test it, right? So we come up, we test the resistance, then we dump back down. We test the support. What happens is if we cannot go past and test the resistance back up again and we fail at the halfway line, then ladies and gents, then we see some despair, right? Then there's despair in the market. And once we touch back the support, there's very little confidence and we usually end up breaking towards the downside. So this is classic technical analysis. These things happen. So I need to warn you guys for a possibility of something like this happening on the markets. Now, this is something we need to be very, very careful of. Look, the very, very bearish thing is we saw Bitcoin hit this 30-period moving average and then see a massive decline towards the downside. This happened, right? This happened after we saw a move towards the downside on the weekly chart. We had some relief rally come and tested the 30-period moving average and then dumped a crazy amount back down towards the downside. Now, if we see what's happening here, of course, it's not on the same scale as what happened previously, but we had a move down, we had a little bit of a relief, we tested the 30-period moving average, and now we're seeing a decline. So I'm just pointing out what's going on, right? And of course, after we saw this moving average cross over into each other back in the 3rd of January, the week of 3rd of January, that was when we had the massive dump. So we saw the same crossover right over here. So this is what I need to warn you guys about in the shorter time frames. But if we have a look into the macro, right, the macro is looking interesting because look, how we can look at the macro is that there is a regression channel, right? A logarithmic regressional channel. And this we can actually see if I jump out of this chart, I can show you that. So this is the kind of regression that's going on, right? We're kind of seeing this regressional channel, and every single bull market that we see the gains actually lower than the previous time. So this is one fact. The second fact is we usually see a bull market about a year after the halving. So that's usually what happens. So in terms of my macro perspective, what we could do is that we can stay in this accumulation phase until, like, 2024, mid 2024. Then what we can do is start to slowly go up towards the go towards the upside going into 2025. This is what I think could happen on the macro chart for Bitcoin. These are my views. So guys, right now it's the time to be DCing, in my opinion, time to be building. And then, ladies and gents, once the bull market comes, that's the time to take profit and collect our rewards that we have earned right now. So this is the accumulation phase. Now, talking about the CPI, the interest rate, the core CPI, we've had the results come out yesterday, and I talked about this on the Moon Show. Now, if we look at the U.S. inflation rate, we remained at 3.7%. However, the core inflation rate dumped down to 4.1%. Oops, from 4.3%. So this is good because the FOMC, the Fed, usually decides the interest rates based on the core inflation rate, which excludes volatile stuff like food, etc. So energy. So this is why this is a bit more reliable compared to the actual CPI result. Hence, this is bullish. That means that the interest rates could potentially come towards the downside, or at least not have a hike immediately this year, although they are keen on restrictive monetary policy, meaning that they will hike interest rates until we see that 2% inflation goal. So this means that we will see the restrictive monetary policy. Most likely, we will see the interest rates go up, and this will actually cause a lot of bonds in the market to lose a lot of value. Now, who holds bonds? Banks hold bonds. And if bonds lose value, banks lose their assets, then what happens? Bigger banks go into trouble, meaning bigger banks have the potential to fail. If that happens, we've know historically Bitcoin has gone up. So that is actually bullish. Now, looking at the 1st of November meeting, it looks like we're going to stay at the same interest rate. Like I said, most likely we're not going to see the hike this year. December also looks like we're going to stay the same. However, going into January, things switch, right? Oh no, January doesn't switch. March? March? Wow, okay, this data has changed since the last time I saw it. But wow, people are expecting that we stay the same. I disagree. I think this data is going to change, and they're expecting that we're going to see the decline coming in June. Very interesting. I disagree with this data. I do think that we're going to see the rate hike, and things will look very, very differently very soon. So, but guys, by the way, you need to vote for me for Crypto Influencer of the Year. Let's see how many votes we're at right now since the last video. This would mean the world to me. Guys, Crypto is at 513, and CryptoKit is at 66. Guys, it would mean the world to me if you went on to Blockchain Life. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you vote for me, again, would mean the world to me. It would be absolutely insane. So if you can do this, it would mean a lot. Let's win it. Let's win it together. Probably we're not going to beat Crypto, but let's try and do it. It would really be awesome. Now, looking into the network difficulty and the total hash rate, both of them are going up. Now, what does this mean? It's actually very bullish for Bitcoin. It's all about the self-adjusting revolution of Bitcoin. It's really crazy technology. Again, I'll probably do a podcast on this very soon. So make sure to turn on the notification bell, subscribe, leave a like, and you will know more about Bitcoin very soon. So this is coming up. And the final thing, ladies and gents, is that the U.S. national debt has reached $33.5 trillion. $33.5 trillion with a T. You have heard me correct. $33.5 trillion. Now, this is a big amount of money. And at a point, it's going to default because, look, with Bitcoin, sorry, I mean, we've raised, there was a national debt ceiling on June that the US was about to default on it, and then they raised it, and now we're very close. I think we're at the raised level. So look, just in summary, because it's very complicated, it's not looking good. And eventually, very soon, probably, this is probably going to collapse and implode on itself. It's not going to continue like this. And if it does, then Bitcoin is going to see a lot of traction. So that's what I'm trying to say in very simple terms. Crypto overall in the trend, it looks like people are not too interested in crypto, unfortunately. It is going down. We're going even lower. Yeah, it's really not looking good at the moment. Crypto is not a hot topic. But, ladies and gents, all of that aside, there are a few good news, of course. ChatGPT's founder, Sam Altman, who's a person I really like, is bullish on Bitcoin, according to the Joe Rogan podcast that was done a week ago. Yay, the founder of WorldCoin. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. This time is the time to build, accumulate, and then, as I said, we reap the rewards in the bull market. But ladies and gents, if you did enjoy this video, smash up the like button, and I'll see you all very soon. Take care, guys, and bye-bye.